Now to a story you'll see only on 13 News Now. Virginia Task Force 2 has pulled thousands of survivors out of harm's way when disaster strikes.
Well, ahead of what will likely be an active hurricane season, urban search and rescue teams across the country say as deployments increase, they need the funding to catch up. Sarah Hammond joins us in the studio with the details on a story you'll see only on 13 News Now.
That's right. Urban search and rescue teams are immediately on the move after a man-made or natural disaster. And since 2017, they've rescued more than 16,000 people and searched 375,000 structures. And since their inception in 1992, they've responded to 128 mass emergencies. Since the early 90s, Virginia Task Force 2 has searched for survivors in the rubble of the Oklahoma City bombing. They've taken stranded homeowners to safety in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina.
We are the most deployed team in the system. Within 4 to 6 hours, we have to be on the road going wherever they need us.
But as the call for urban search and rescue teams to respond increases, their funding stays flat.
Everything's increased except for the money.
Mike Hopkins, program manager for Task Force 2, says they haven't seen a budget increase since they bought their trucks and much of their equipment in 2005.
It's been a lot of innovation, a lot of new equipment, a lot of better equipment. It's been hard to keep up with that.
Now lawmakers, including Representatives Jen Kiggins and Bobby Scott, are calling for an additional $16 million in funding for the 28 teams in the next budget.
We have squeeze the orange as far as we can squeeze it, and there's just no more juice to get.
With NOAA's most aggressive hurricane season outlook yet, Hopkins says they have to be ready, and being ready costs money.
You know, we've made do with what we've had, or what has been given to us. We haven't really raised a bunch of noise, but it's, like I said, it's just gotten to the point where we just can't put out any more.
Hopkins says right now they're getting roughly $1.3 million every year, when in reality it takes about $2 million a year to operate. Sarah Hammond for 13 News Now.
Since 2012, FEMA's National Urban Search and Rescue Response System has seen an increase in operational scope and responsibility, with a 33% increase in disaster response.